pope, cardinal, archbishop, bishop, priest, deacon, sister, brother, layperson. These are the words we often encounter in our faith journey. Some of them are familiar to us, but some are not. We use these terms for calling people. These are words that refer to the members of the church, designated according to their roles in the Catholic Church, where we're all God's people and Christians. At a glance, they seem to be many and complicated, but they're actually simple and not very complicated. People of God, in other words, Christians, are divided mainly into the clergy, religious, and layperson according to their duties. The clergy is in charge of the holy ministry in the church, such as performing the sacraments. The clergy consists of bishops, priests, deacons, and consecrated by the sacrament of holy orders. We call it the hierarchy of the Catholic Church. It originated from Jesus giving his apostles the unique authority and the responsibility to teach, sanctify, and govern people. Among the clergy, the bishop is the apostles' successors and has jurisdiction over the local churches, that is, dioceses, thus becoming the center of unity. The bishop is also the ordinary minister of the sacrament of confirmation and the conferrer of the sacrament of holy orders. When there are not many believers, the bishop alone ministered to the whole area where he was in charge. Since the number of believers increased and the ministering area expanded, the bishop has needed a cooperator, and that cooperator is the priest. A priest cares for a parish community and takes specific duties entrusted by the bishop. He celebrates the Mass and the sacraments, teaches the church's doctrines, and serves the parish community. A priest also takes care of the elderly, the weak, the sick, and the dying, and pays special attention to the poor and the suffering. A deacon is ordained for the ministry of the church. He assists the bishop and the priest through liturgy, pastoral care, and charitable acts of love. Then let us look at the words pope, cardinal, and religious. Both the pope and the cardinal belong to the College of Bishops. Significantly, the pope is the head of the College of Bishops. Just as Peter the Apostle was the head of the apostles, the pope is the head of the entire bishops. Also, just as the risen Jesus gave the command to Peter the Apostle, "Feed my sheep," the mission of the pope is to take care of all believers so that they can freely live their faith in the truth and stay in the Lord. As the supreme pastor and teacher of the Catholic Church, the Pope declares the doctrine of faith and morals with the help of God, appoints bishops and cardinals to cooperate with himself, and canonizes those whom we honor as saints. Additionally, the Pope may introduce, change, or abolish the liturgical forms, and also can open, preside over, and close the council. And as the head of the Vatican City-State, the Pope meets with representatives from other countries and proclaims the gospel to the world through his words and actions. A cardinal is a person who assists and advises the Pope. Cardinals assist the Pope on essential matters of the Church through the special committee, while individually serving as directors of offices of the Roman Curia, papal delegates, and diocesan bishops. And cardinals under the age of 80 are eligible to vote in the conclave to elect the Pope and have the right to be elected. A religious gives up his possessions according to the evangelical councils and devotes himself entirely to Christ while dedicating himself to God through the 3 vows of giving his mind and will to God. Lay people are neither the clergy nor the religious. They make up most members of the church. They proclaim the gospel to the world. Lay people have a job, build a family, live in the world, while proclaiming the gospel in the church and the world. Likewise, clergy, religious, and lay people are members of the church. And all members are practicing their calling in their positions. However, they are the one people of God and the members of Jesus' body. That means in the church there is a diversity of ministry, but a oneness of mission. Therefore, the clergy needs to serve the believers, the religious should live the life of consecration to God, and lay people need to cooperate with the clergy so that they can be witness to share in an interior communion with Jesus through the grace, service, and activities what they have received. The people of God shares in Christ's prophetic office by proclaiming the gospel of human salvation in its positions. Also, it shares in Christ's priestly office by adoring God and consecrating itself as well as the world. And it shares in the royal office of Christ through striving to make the world according to God's will.